Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your lunch and are ready for this afternoon's sessions now. So one of the things that we do really well in Arctic Europe is learning from each other and sharing experiences and learning from best practices from one another. It's something that many of you have shown a great interest in. So we try to listen. This morning we heard from a couple of case studies, and we are going to continue on this line for this afternoon. So we have brought 2 inspiring case studies from destinations that excel in areas that we care about and we have mentioned already today. From creative marketing and community engagement to responsible tourism and code of conduct. We are going to hear from Visit Faroe Islands and afterwards from Visit Svalbard. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome Guðrið Højgaard. I hope I have pronounced that correctly. Guðrið has extensive experience in the tourism industry, has worked as a marketing director for Visit Stockholm and marketing manager for Visit Denmark in Sweden. These days, Guðrið, you are the director of Visit Faroe Islands, and you lead a small but highly creative team who has won more than 100, actually, international marketing awards. So you're going to talk a little bit about that, we hope, including some initiatives that have gone viral worldwide. So very excited to hear from Guðrið. Please welcome her on stage.
Thank you so much for the invitation. What a wonderful place to visit. I just love it. My first stay, but hopefully not my last, if I decide. How many of you have been to the Faroe Islands, by the way? A few. Some of you were there last week. So, well, let's see if this works. Okay, this one. Yeah. Let's see. The green man. Yeah. Well, what you are is where you are. I believe that our geographical position is our strongest unique selling point because it defines our DNA and makes us stand out from the crowd. Our 18 islands, the Faroe Islands, are situated more than 600 kilometers away from our closest neighbors in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean. The Faroe Islands is 99% ocean and only 1% land. So that truly defines our place. It tells something about the jobs we have, mainly from the sea, salmon farming, fishing. It tells something about the food we eat, fishing, or fish, seafood, birds, sheep, herbs, etc. And it tells something about the dress that we normally wear, often from wool from the sheep. In 2012, I moved back to my native islands after living abroad for more than 20 years, living in different countries, and taking the position as the CEO of Visit Faroe Islands after the tourist board was re-established. And this was the same year that this white book was published, Exit Faroe Islands, because we saw the same challenges as you see in many different remote areas, that the young people are moving away and they have no plans to return. There were a lot of suggestions in this white book, but actually tourism wasn't mentioned with one word. But it happened to be the same year, and that we convinced the politician to double the amount of budget that we have. Not a very big one, but one that really made a difference. From €1 million up to €2 million, more or less. Since then, we have worked hard on getting the Faroe Islands on the world map, and these are some of the media outlets that have covered our stories. And also, we have done a lot of different campaigns in the last decade as well. The Sheep project, remote tourism during COVID, closed for maintenance, and the newest one is called Self-Navigating Cars and was launched this summer. I was thinking of just going very fast forward and summarize the last decade in a short film.
A waterfall is a fossor.
Faroe Islands are between Iceland and Norway.
The Faroe Islands. Do you know where they've heard them?
I used to translate when somebody puts in, I want to talk Faroese, or they want to put something in
Faroe Islands.
Well, one of the projects was the Closed for Maintenance, Open for Volunteerism case that we developed back in 2019, or it was developed in 2018 and launched in 2019. And the reason was that we went from being only a destination marketing organization to also becoming a destination management organization. And this was in a time when everyone was talking about over-tourism around Europe. And with this case, we just wanted to show the fact that we believe that the visitors should be seen not as the problem, but as a part of the solution. So this is just an example of that case, just as a teaser from one of the years.
How can popular tourist sites remain unspoiled by tourism? We found a solution, and you can become part of it. For a few days every year, popular sites and attractions will be closed for regular tourists. Instead, we're welcoming volunteers from around the world to the Faroe Islands to lend us a helping hand.
On behalf of the Visit Faroe Islands team, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Faroe Islands.
I think it's such a good idea to get the tourists to help out. And it feels really good to be able to help instead of being seen as a burden.
Together with locals, volunteerists will help maintain walking trails, viewpoints, and ancient cairns to preserve our beautiful nature.
I would really recommend others to join this experience. It's totally worth it.
I live in a city in London, so to be out there doing physical labour is a completely different, you could call it holiday.
I will apply every year.
Yeah.
Every single year. I will try my best to come back and join.
Thank you. Since then, we have had thousands and thousands and thousands of people applying for these 80 or 100 jobs every year. Last year, we had more than 15,000 people applying, and one journalist put it in with the sentence saying that it's getting more difficult to get into Closed for Maintenance than getting into Harvard University. And people are paying their own tickets to come, but still they feel that they have won the lottery, and many of them have applied several times. And participating in this event really makes you believe in humanity, because it's such a great event, and it really just showcases the fact that most people really want to do good. And when people are working towards a common goal, even though they don't even know each other when they get there on a Wednesday, and on the Saturday evening when we have a great party after the days of work, they're all friends. So yes, we truly believe that this is the solution. And we launched this project before we knew that the coming buzzword would be regenerative tourism, sustainability 2.0. So rather than just leaving the destination in the same state as when you came, regenerative tourism is all about leaving the destination in a better state than when you came. And we get a lot of requests from all around the world. We even have heard of stories, places that have copied this concept, and we are really pleased with that. And it's really amazing how just this tiny project can create that much buzz. And it also ended up on the World Economic Forum's top 5 list of the most sustainable projects that year, together with the Dutch plastic fishing companies. And this year we launched the self-navigating cars, car rental, because just in the Faroe Islands, it's just like it is in most other places, that there are a few hotspots that everyone wants to see. But in the Faroe Islands, it just happened to be in the same places that a very few amount of people live, like small villages with probably 10 people or 20 people. And of course, they get a bit frustrated with a lot of visitors just running around their houses and looking into their windows and things like that. So this was a way of trying to take the top of the demand to go to those hotspots and try to nudge people to go to some other places as well. And this looked like this. This is the last film, so let's see. I can find it here.
Algorithms drive tourists to the same places. Even in one of